Hi there, my name is Mayen, and this is my partner Kayla Shimbashi, and this is our project on augmented reality. Augmented reality is an interactive experience of a real world environment where the objects that reside in the real world are enhanced by computer generated perceptual information, sometimes across multiple sensory modalities, including visual, what our eyes can see, auditory, what we can hear, haptic, which is the ability to grasp something, somatosensory, which is part of our sensory nervous system. It's a complex system of sensory neurons and neural pathways that respond to change at the surface or inside the body, and olfactory, which is the process of creating the perception of smell. Some examples of augmented reality would be Pokemon Go, which is a multiplayer online game which turns the real world into a virtual playing field, and the IKEA mobile app, which lets you virtually place true to scale 3D models of furniture and appliances in your very own home.
There are 5 ways that AR can be used to drive sales and enhance brand value. It can allow customers to try a product before they make the decision to buy a product without having to physically be in the store, like the IKEA example mentioned in the previous slide. Augmented touring and assistance can give consumers the opportunity to walk around a store without having to physically be there. With a pandemic going around and people needing to socially distance themselves, this can be an extremely useful tool for businesses to keep making sales. Augmented branding materials is a great way for businesses to communicate with their consumers instead of just handing a customer a plain brochure. You can give them an interactive brochure that, when scanned, it directs them to a 3D video, photo, or even a voiceover. AR can create a buzz around your brand because of the word of mouth marketing generated by the positive user experience. Like the example mentioned before, Pokemon Go was one of the most downloaded games and biggest trends of 2016 because it was an interactive game which people had never played before, thus creating a buzz so big you felt weird if you weren't playing it. Businesses can leverage augmented reality for business-to-business sales and products because AR makes communication and feedback easier between businesses. It allows for customization of a product and real-time feedback, which speeds up the process of making a sale and reduces the chance of drawbacks and confusion.
Of course, like any new technology, there are features that shine light on the positives and the negatives of that technology. The article which we retrieved the information from has four pros and cons each, but we decided to highlight two of them. The first pro is that you get the best of both worlds with AR technology. It improves the experience in the natural environment by overlaying it with virtual information. And the second pro is that it supports business activities. Like mentioned before, it simplifies some of the marketing and communications aspects of a business, making it easier for consumers to look and test products and increasing user experience. The first drawback of using AR is that it can be costly. Implementing the technology requires expertise, and now it's only available for large or financially capable organizations. Another drawback is that it can promote risky behavior. The technology can make the individual less aware of their surroundings because they are so focused on the virtual aspects. Pokemon Go is a great example for that because it requires you to move around in the real world, but your focus is on the virtual world.
Are there any ethical or legal considerations? There are a few features in AR that give it a few more drawbacks, and they raise many ethical and legal considerations. One thing is that there are privacy and security concerns due to the fact that AR requires the collection, generation, and analysis of large sets of data. Another issue is the intrusiveness of using AR. At times, the technology is recording its environment in real time. This can be considered illegal in certain jurisdictions with strict privacy laws. Future business for AR technology hasn't quite seen its full potential. With many businesses exercising AR technology into their systems, marketing, and communication, we have listed 4 out of the 9 trends stated in the referenced article, which we found to be the most interesting. AR will become a novel way of shopping. Customers will no longer need to wait in line to try on or buy clothes. It will make it easier for online stores to communicate with their consumers and make the decision process faster, more simple, and definitive. Another trend is that AR will be introduced into navigation solutions, and not just for outdoor navigation, but for indoor navigational purposes. Indoor spaces such as malls or airports. Another interesting trend is web AR. There will be no need for specialized apps when AR-enabled websites will be able to perform the same functions. It will make a company's website a lot more interactive, increasing the chance of a conversion. Last but not least, AR in the automotive industry. Automotive companies are trying to implement heads-up display on a vehicle's dashboard for navigation purposes and virtual manuals that can assist you with understanding specific functions of your vehicle. Companies like Porsche, Hyundai, and Mercedes are all on the path to introducing AR technology into their next vehicle models.